Sunday. Hello, hello, happy Sunday. I had to start 2 times to refresh the system. Hello, guys, how are you? Happy Sunday. Be safe if you are in a hurricane zone. Again, will this hurricane, the first question from you, will this hurricane affect the East Coast? I'm just going to check that thing. Wow. It's more like a media representation. It's more like a media representation. Not in a first wave as well, like look at like a second time, not in a first wave. So if this is like a second wave, like it's if there is effect, it will be just a nerve-wracking situation of people being obsessed with the media. So just be ready, but don't be obsessive with this media giving you a theory of the doomed with the hurricane. Yes, in the second way, and for me, it seems like it will be just a small effect on the East Coast. That's your first question. Again, we go for some of the questions. You can follow the super chat and PayPal for the free card. Join with the subscribe and hit the like and put the alarm bell for daily once a time per day. We have a giveaway daily, yes. And as well, if you bring 2 new members, always you get a coupon for a free mini chat as well. Again, you can join for that reading personal question by PayPal or super chat donation, total discount during the live stream. Today we talk more about politics questions that you suggested to me. So I'm going as well to try to connect to a few questions. First of all, we go to Italy for election. There is Giorgia Meloni that she made that last moment made the alliance of the right wing. And will the right wing in Italy win? Wow. Alliance as an alliance, yes, they will have enough representative in the parliament as our alliance. That's the pure strategy. Otherwise, as by herself, no. As well, seems like as well there will be literally this macho energy. Look at this will be just a play, and as well she's just a puppet here in the eventually in the use of other parties. That's what is seen. Again, Italy is so traditional that is never ready to put any woman in front on the top of the pyramid. And Giorgia Meloni seems like a healthy young woman, but on the other side, there is so much machismo around in Italy. I mean, again, it's Papa land, and this they want this alliance. It's just a pure strategy to get to the parliament to win, but as well there is manipulation with this manipulation in her alliance. So she's just jongling, but as well she won't enjoy this alliance. That's what I'm just going to say as well. There will be, if this was a question about elections, I see like a 50-50 chance because of these 2 cards here representing like a 50-50 chance. But yes, as an alliance, the first card, as the alliance, we are going to win. We are going to be majority in the parliament. Again, another question again about Italy in the global war. Will Italy rise the sanction? Will Italy cancel the sanction towards Russia? Because they have made a statement, I already done this reading, and it seems like they want to break this tower of the faking being a member of the Europe community, and they're going to betray the Europe community. They're going literally to reject the Europe community, and as well, it seems whatever the sanctions are holding, they're trying to jungle to take care of their citizens. There is a lot of change in Italy from start of the war. There was empty shops. I know personally from my friends that they live here before between Athens, or the friends that they live even in Belgrade, Italian and Italy. They literally has sent me a lot of crazy photos, like empty shells, like I couldn't believe literally. And even if they are not in sanction, by giving to Russia sanction, they put them in despair. And the crazy prices as well. Italians are a big saver, like Scottish people, yes, to believe, except the one on the pure south, that they're like Greek, a big spender. And this situation was really rising people like pay the bills, and then there's no gas. And Italy is so remote control, like they really need the cars for everywhere to go around. And this is making giving them a hard time, like they've never experienced the sanction and like hungriness and prohibition, and this light putting everything on a hold. They just want to torn apart this, and they are afraid of having a civil war. That's how I feel. And they prefer to settle the things inside of their country than to be in alliance with Europe community. But with the card of jongling, they're still going to, obviously, with their speech, they're promoting that they're torn apart, that realistically they would like to cancel the sanction towards Russia. But on other sides, they're still jongling. There's a lot of material connection with being in the middle of the Europe. Yes. And yes, should you trust what Italian are telling you? No. That's what I learned even in Italy. You never trust what the Italian promise. Yes, that's what he said. You have heard this too many times, even in other countries. Yes. So it's very hard to deal and lean on a word of Italian. So can we trust them that they really want to cancel Russia? No, because there is material as well connection with the rest of the Europe. And but do they want to go out of Europe? Of course they want, because of this BS with all promoting the war and the civil existence. It's really jeopardized. So again, let me see our next question. I'm going for a question. I'm not going to write the question, guys, so you have to listen this all. So I'm going for the China. Will China show up? Will China show up in war against Ukraine? Send the troops. I mean, online they're going to make a statement that they're ready. This will be just the media representing. Yes, literally they want to scare the rest of the Europe. That's what it is. The world, look at, and the world is in fear of Chinese more than Russia. Be aware of this. And this media representation and making the statement, look at with the star card and the page of swords, they're literally going to say it. But will China really send the troops to Ukraine? First of all, she's just playing. She's going to postpone because as well, China it's a huge country. She needs to take care of all her borders. She has her business to do with a lot of enemies from Far East, then down to handle that situation. Americans around Taiwan, like there is so many borders. I'm not going to talk about so many other borders, but there is enemy around all these borders when you have a huge country. And so she's putting on hold because as well she's around. Yes, she has a love for Russia, and this my card always of that, literally a pure love of that uh, communist thing. I do believe whatever was that connection is still, even I have seen this on the conferences where they are showing in political science, where sometimes I'm having my essays against the war, and as well I have seen sometimes Chinese, Russian, Slavic people, even ex-Yugoslavian people, all ex-Yugoslavian, not just Serbian, like even Croatians, that are against the war, they're against the globalism, that literally they really love that original Russia. And I do believe that this connection is just supporting. For me, this is just a pure love. Somehow it's as well connection to Putin, but they're going to hold the horses. Yes, that's the whole truth. But yes, they are going to threaten all the way through the media. And yes, that's what we are going to see in these days. So the world will be scared more of China than for the media war than from the Russia. Again, let me see more. Are the people in Russia really? Because again, just to break the blockage of the media, because I'm listening to both sides of the media, so I must say, and just to make a comment, I have heard from friends that they're even on Russia side as well. Yesterday, I had one conference to attend that was again about the politics of the of the peace and um, as well injustice in modern time. And of course, as a freestyle at the end of the team on each of the workshops during all day, there were people talking, of course, about the situation on global level as well, about as well what's happening in East Europe, uh, was that the people, some of the people were talking, check this and this link. And when I went home, I checked all these links, and literally I could enter through the VPN to some other country's TV station and open and check what's the news on English, the news eventually from the Russia side as well. The people that they just wanted 3,000, it's eventually from the 30, but I do believe more than 30 million of Russians, be aware of this. And Putin is showing that she's just having a pure strategy. He wants to show to public as well to check how much they are ready. As well, he's balancing between the public opinion and his own action business to take to be in charge of that war. Again, with the triple number eight, wow, 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 I'm getting 888. That eternity number as well, abundance number, seems like he got more than he wanted. And that's what is approved because people suppressed one back in these four provinces that they are voting this weekend should they choose the protection of the motherland official Russia and go out from Ukraine, literally because they were last 8 years literally under the pressure of no electricity, bombing the schools, I'm talking before the war, and just because originally they were not Catholics, this so sick, and as well no houses in the village were with the windows in these documentaries, no houses, no rooftops on the schools, on the kindergartens. And this continue in this war, this sick politics. Let's destroy every infrastructure in every little village, in every little city, so that they cannot invest into education. And when we lose education, we can just manipulate in future children to be criminals and follow, just give me the money or do something for the money, and let's control people through that no job, no education, and again doing more illegal dark things like only choice in a test of life. So seems like they're doing still continuously, and that's what he's fighting for as well. I always get for him the card of I'm literally in the job to do the justice. I'm the one that I'm fighting for the justice as well. I'm taking it public, and more proofs will show up these days. More proofs will show up these days, of course. And guys, do think that there will be more proof about this, of course. There will be more proof. Sorry, guys, for the message. More proof coming to public with this card as well. Going public, look at representing about what's my position as well. He's happy with what he got. He got more than what he officially wanted for a start, just 300,000 people. Again, guys, I remind you from 30 million or more of Russians. That's nothing. I mean, what is the percentage? You just tell me. And as well, I'm just going to speak that they were officially what my colleagues on the conference from different countries, they literally said using these links, go and check by yourself, because officially there was, first they say the first day after just 24 hours of idea of mobilization, statement of mobilization, there were in Russia about 6,070 people voluntary, not being pushed, voluntary going to offer their service. Again, they don't want everybody. There is a statement when you go and enter this TV station, local of them, you can see it. They literally say we don't need IT guys, bankers. What was one more profession? I'm just thinking, teachers was it? I'm trying to remember which one. So these people, they had to stay back and be in charge. Right, look at guys, IT, bankers, and teachers, they had to stay back in the motherland. Again, why later on? Because we talked, the mobilization, I think, started for Wednesday, and then there was this super news after the first day, like 6,700 people, but 6,070, 670,000 people, sorry. But on other side, of course, there will be always a mother in black, people who are going to protect as well, people who are not having any patriotic meaning, they want to escape from the military, they never liked the military. It's not a state of war or peace, it's just they don't like it. As well, the people who are of course hiding behind these mother shirts and skirts, how is the expression, from any world war. And few one that we see a leakage in the mainstream media back here, back in the West society, literally like, oh, protesters, there were few protesters moved on. But why there is voluntary, not pushed, voluntary 670,000, right? People immediately when they just volunteering as well. At the end of the week, after 3 days, on my conference on Saturday, yesterday, there was literally international people just showing us the links, and you could just go and check by yourself, because again, from US you cannot check these things, and even from Europe there is a blockage of information. But lucky we're in South Europe, so we still see the news from both sides, and we do not have a blockage of the media. Immediately when I go back to Athens or Italy, like everything is blocked. Even in neutral Sweden, Switzerland, everything is blocked. The same links you cannot open. And I must say, after 3 days, mobilization results goes to the 3 times more than expected. The volunteers arriving, so almost 1 million people is ready. So yes, and in a day after, one of my Russian friend, I sent a message. How is this mobilization going? That's another proof for you. This is statement number 3 for me. That's literally he said in my office. Again, he's in office with gas, yes, and he's a manager of kind. And he said my colleague, again another manager, he voluntarily went there. He just as well. He's already there, and this was the same night, less than 24 hours. He said in tomorrow morning he's in Ukraine. So yes, it's going fast, but as well they're really fixing, preparing everything. As well, he's Putin is literally worried about the aliens. He really need aliens. He's working at this moment on aliens. Uh, as well, he's trying to jungle between opinion of the citizens and to protect from the start of the war. That's why it's going very slowly and very smart, that we don't understand. Even the people who are there, they do not understand why he's not moving faster, because he's protecting the local territories from destruction, because they cannot use later on infrastructure when there is finally the peace, and when this territory are brought back to the motherland, the Russia, let's say, they cannot use the schools, they cannot use the infrastructure of any kind. If now the Nazis from Ukraine are literally bombing every election seat, every kindergarten, every, even the city hall, the theaters, like They want to destroy everything now, thanks to that uh, free free food with the weapons, free weapons, right? That hate is still fed with the free weapons from the West side. Again, it's not free because they make a debt, and eventually Ukraine will be forever the slave of the Western money in the debts because she's paying off all these weapons as well. The weapons that we see from the Russia side, that's what I heard from the general. They were on one TV session here back in my country, that they looked and they were invited in promotion of the very the always the modern, the newest patents of the in the Russia as a military expertise people. They would say they do not offer at all this what we see literally, like they're strange for them, but it's like a technique in the war. They do not expose the real. They just send to Ukraine the old weapons, old tanks that we don't use even here in South Europe. Like they do, we never use it. This even in ex-Yugoslavian war, and we see now, it's strange for this general, it's very nice comment. Where are these new? Why they wait? They're saving the real guns, the real fresh, and not to talk about these furious patents of the of real power of the massive destruction. Where I don't talk about nuclear power, I'm just talking about the weapons. Because guys, there were the people who were doing the journalists, military analysts, journalists, that they were literally going like a year before the war, and there would be like these samples of the military exercise, I don't know, in one of the Republic of the Russian Federation, and they would do promotion of some spider-like, werewolf-like, some fantastic, almost like extraterrestrial weapon. Yes, these things exist, but they are just waiting for the real, for official enemy, not for the Ukraine. So still just the oldest weapon using there. And uh, that's what this general said. I mean, our local general on TV, local TV. That must be a war tactic from the Russian side, because they don't want to expose everything that they had. And yes, they always have the great mathematician, great scientists. As well, there were always a great scientist back in Yugoslavia, the one that they were even back, that they moved and relocated as intellectual working for a NASA program. Yes, they're the one that they have great intellectual, of course, in Russia and ex-Yugoslavia, even if they're working now in US, building the NASA program and the rockets and whatever it is, the weapon that they need. So definitely, we cannot be in denial of this brilliant intellectual power of bringing a new patents in the war industry. That's what we cannot be in denial from the East Europe as well. Do they have alignment? I'm just going to talk more about. Uh, There was a statement that Napoleon was bringing a cognac to his soldiers when he was attacking the Russia. And I'm going back to the story, this legend, that Napoleon was bringing the cognac to his soldiers when they were there in the just taking off to try to enter Russia, right? And there was this famous battles that there was literally a failure of him, right? So that statement and madness of the leader who took all these soldiers, poor soldiers from the West, French and Alliance, right, at that period with under the Napoleon, and literally they were all sacrificed to the weather conditions. And what was another side? And this statement, like while there were Napoleon soldiers drinking the raki, the cognac, French cognac expression, like the Russians, they have vodka. The Russians, they were just praying. So I'm just going to ask once more, because this is a famous quote. This is not a Russian quote. This is a legend that literally I have heard on one American channel, American or Canadian channel, that the Polish lady that really hate Putin, she just recalled, remind me of this one. And yes, this is again thing about that the soldiers, they had to be in strict condition, and it's reflected today as well, that the soldiers, they had to be a synonym wherever they go of something pure and moral, and there are very strict punishment about if they do something on the field, naughty, illegal. They have to pay eventually every bread, cigarette that they have entering some shop as well. Big punishment, of course, when there is a war, there is that sexual abuse, of course. They have this as well there. Of course, there has big punishment as well. They shouldn't do nothing this with the prisoner that could be against the Geneva Convention, because they are already accused even before the war started, and they're really careful what they do with how they treat and their the prisoners and the wounded one as well. They're taking care of them. And I do believe it's this time. It seems like it's reflecting that the Russia is on the side of the white. The Russia is just, I'm seeing the darkness from the red side, and the Russia is, wow, trying to release the truth. Yes, look at guys, 10 wands. Let's burst out. Let's release the truth. That's the only thing they want. They want to release the truth and tell it to the public, because there is a blockage of media as well. That's what intuitively all of us living in the west side notice, that weak thing, how I cannot open my same link from Russia side of the front that I can see, like back in Belgrade, let's say, or if I link and connect to Moldavia, let's say, and I can see this link, but I cannot see this when I'm back in Athens, back at home, or in Italy, or I cannot see it from Sweden, from neutral Sweden, that was neutral till before August, and in Switzerland. So everything, and what about you? There is totally a blockage. So everybody intuitively aware that there is a blockage of the media, and yes, are they trying the Russia side to literally burst out the pure information, the truth, that they are fighting for the justice, for whatever was injustice and genocide done against Russia? They are back last 8 years before the war, with starting this young marionette country, Ukraine. So bringing to the public again the cards, look at the cards, bringing to the public, speaking out that we are as well blocked to as well. It's very funny. I'm going to check it, because this idea of Russia talking in United Nations seems like they want to block everything. 1 second. 1 second. Will UN block, remove Russia from UN? Yes. Will Russia will be removed from UN? Wow. There is a deal about this. Wow, wow, wow. We are watching you, and we're ready to, we really watching the last step of you, and we're going to reject you and betray. Because as well, there already, I do believe there was a question, there was news that they make that statement of, remember guys, about veto, that they cannot be, when there's voting, the Russia cannot vote, that is against any of the human rights, like everybody in UN has to vote. And uh, like Ukraine can vote, but Russia cannot. Like, what BS is this? This is unfair. Sorry, guys. And uh, yes, definitely, it's coming like reverse. This bouquet of flowers releasing the truth. Look at, they want to stop. They want to stop what they want to say, and they don't want them to talk in UN. That's what I see. Uh, as well, they want with this thing with UN banning Russia, United Nations, they want to literally just scare the rest of the people who are friends with Russia. There is a really one very sick way of blackmailing each other. All this war was about the blackmailing. And as you see, like we are going to blackmail Russia and give them the sanctions. Well, we are going to ruin all the people, citizens originally from Russia, but they are citizens of UK, of Europe, of United States. They're just by origin from 1988. They ran away after perestroika, 1988. They ran away after breaking the Soviet Union, and they're now the richest people back in West society, in UK, in uh, US, and even Germany. I do believe they have chased all the yachts of these Russians. They blocked all their bank accounts. The people who were literally living there and who were literally paying a huge tax to stay there all these years, and they're the citizens, their children are citizens of Europe, of the world, right? And uh, now again, I'm going to ask, will there be a lot of volunteers coming to help out Russia side? Because we see all this happening with Ukraine side. 1 second. Will there be a lot of foreigners coming to volunteer for Russia? There is a new rule from yesterday, and this is a great question and news, because they found a way to make it legal and to protect them if they're in future a prisoner of the war, as if they can be only protected as a prisoner of war if they are the citizens of Ukraine and citizens of Russia. So the fast track, they make a new rule in last 24 hours that you're welcome as a foreigner, but we give you a fast track visa, not visa, we give you a citizenship immediately. You don't need documents if you want to volunteer on our side. You can get our citizenship and then you enter fast track. Like in 24 hours, you get the citizenship and you can go. Like they need to check you. It's not like you had just to sign. They want to check who is going into the war zone. Like you can treat the Russian for sure. That thing. Again, there will be stopped. I see, unfortunately, there will be people traveling, but I see as well travel and death. Like this already happened because it was travel and death card. Many people, I think, they will be stopped from the international community. Sorry, guys, 1 second. It was a death card following the chariot. So they travel, but as well, they will have some kind of the stop of the being banned to travel. I think that this news from yesterday will be having reaction from the West side, Europe community in US, literally to make a new law. And I do believe with that new law, this death card will definitely be meaning that we want to block our citizens to go on the Russia side. We will have a very strict penalty, and seems like long like prison or death. Yes, they're making a strict policy that nobody can travel to Russia. That's what I see. As well, I must say from my country here in South, two countries where I'm between them in South Europe, literally they have banned as well people to volunteer back in the war. Yes, that's correct. So they cannot go if the official country doesn't send official soldiers. They banned the people and they literally threatened them that it will be a life penalty, like I don't know, till 20 years, 5 to 20 years, if they go outside of country and volunteer on any side. I mean, guys, very a fair decision to volunteer or Ukraine or Russian side. So the world will be threatened as well. The world will threaten these people who want to show the patriotic support to. Again, my card for Putin is this card always, and seems like the world that is such a fuss with this possible, with this not possible, the real crisis. It seems like everybody is now hurted and literally. Um, Seems like there will be literally manipulation with the world. Did I just said United Nations? They will make declaration, or all these Western powerful countries. They will make this pronunciation, and that will be literally uh, Okay, our people, whoever want to go, wow, we are going to stop you. And we are going to stop you with our own law. So what else? I'm trying to check more questions. Welcome your questions, guys. 1 second as well to check. 1 second. Again, I'm going to repeat. Thank you for that suggestion that you sent me over the Instagram mail. What will be the last thing at referendum in Ukraine? Wow. Let me restart. What will be the result of the referendum, this election in 4 republics in Ukraine that they want to join Russian Federation, go out of Ukraine? What will be the final result? In Zaporozhye? Wow, in Zaporozhye, like, wow, we don't want to have obligation, like, because as well, seems like they want as well in, they still like, look, we don't want to have obligation. We are holding as well, was that the holding of election as well? There was guys orchestrate as well, a lot of banning, pardon, by bombing, and as well a lot of people that didn't go out. So seems like they're flirty with this idea, but as well on the other side they're doing everything to block it. So Zaporozhye, it's very hard to get that final yes, you can go out of Ukraine. I don't see the green light at this point. The other care, I call it chair. What is the name of that one? Sorry, guys, I'm trying to remember that other one on K with the name K. Okay, that Republic in Ukraine started with K, KH. Or something like that. What will be the result of election voting? Wow, again, the trouble. And I got this same impression when I done this reading the first night before election, right, on Thursday. So, yes, I got the same impression. There will be literally a lot of things that there will be literally trivial things around the election. Uh, Explain me this card. Wow, they will put on hold, yes. They are really spooky, and there will have to have a second round because there will be some illegal thing during that monitoring, and there will be notice this trouble from the outsider as well, and they will have a second round. I do believe these two provinces, Zaporozhye and Cherez, what is the name with K? They will have a second round. And I said the same the first time. And again, Lugansk, it's already there. Yes, Lugansk is already there. Yes, they're already Lugansk, like Donetsk. They're already on the start of the war. The night before war, I think they literally prepared that statement. Donbas and Lugansk, they want to join Russia, and then the Russia entered that military intervention. Yes. So because they needed that on the paper that Lugansk and Donetsk, they want to go join Russia. So according to that paper, Russia then make intervention in their own territory. So they're following the international law. Yes, that was the thing. So again, another one, the Donbass, of course, Donbass election result. Yes, the action is taken. The action is taken, and for them, it's like joining like I'm the baby and I need protection of the motherland. That's what I see. Um, and they have already taken, again, they have already taken in the past time. They feel protected, I guess. Again, they feel protected under the superpower of the motherland, Russia. By making this agreement, Donbass and Lugansk, already a few days before it started the war in Ukraine. So this will be just confirmation of that. So, guys, I'm checking out any more questions here from the Instagram mail, guys. 1 second. Again, I will go back to the. I'm going back to the Trump and as well few questions that they were addressed to everything around this fast in America. Just 1 second. I have literally I saved the questions. 1 second. So Matt Getz, will Matt Getz avoid the court? And then as well, will Giuliani in Manhattan avoid going to jail as well? So we have two person, two celebrity people that are they celebrity people in US back in politics will literally avoid going to a prison. So Matt Getz, I think he's accused of sleeping with a minor, 70 years old. So Matt Getz, will he go to jail? There is and taken an action. There is literally, look at guys, everybody knows there is a truth here, but as well, seems like he's walking away. Yes, everything is settled as well. Look at it, seems like he's walking away. Do you see, guys? There is like a compromise here, walking away, even if everything is told on the court with the Ace of Swords and this like official institute. Um, he's trying to walk away, having like offer reconciliation to that opposite party, to that girl. So another thing, Giuliani. Will Giuliani will Giuliani go to jail? It's very fun because Giuliani back in Manhattan court, like he's literally accused from his ex-wife not paying. What a loser! Like he's didn't pay alimony for children. Like what? What the crock? So will Giuliani go to prison? Wow. World card. No. So will Giuliani go to the prison? Explain me more. There will be a second trial. Like there will be like he's avoiding to be there. What I understood is what he didn't show up, but there will be Ace who wants like we give you a second trial as well. It seems like there is agreement. They will be pushing from the officially from the court for a second round with the Ace of Wands taking an action. But 1 second, again, will Giuliani in a second round? I'm asking about next time. Will Giuliani in the second round will be guilty and will he go to prison? It's really manifesting. Wow, wow, wow. It's manifesting. Hmm. But on other side, it seems like I'm getting the reverse. Look at the cards. It's reverse offer, reconciliation, whatever he offered now to the wife, like he's determined. For him, what he's manifesting again, it's very strange. Like he's playing on a role that he can have with the new love, something wow, 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 with the new love. And like he's victim of like his wife is chasing him because like to punish him because of this love uh, cheating, something like that. This is very funny. Wow, wow, wow. His wife is determined literally sacrifice him of because of him being literally in the past cheating so multiplied time. Again, the Giuliani guy is his ex-wife eventually the one that was a secretary for Hillary. Was it the lady that I was doing the reading about her? I really didn't like her energy either. He's totally the guy is totally Jerk, but I mean, why she married him? So no, I don't think it's him. This one is old guy. I'm going to check his wife. So no, it's not her. No, this is another story. Yes, Rudy Giuliani. No, this is a very old guy. Oh my God, this guy. Vieni, vieni. Hello, Frida. Papa. Frida wants to go, so Frida will finish this live stream, guys. So no, it's not that guy. I can't remember the name of that guy, and that guy is in trouble as well because he's already in jail. What I understood. That would be interesting to have that opening as well. We are going to check that energy of the guy who was married to the assistant of Hillary Clinton and that guy that has the disaster mm, of seeking attention of so many affairs with underage girls and they found in his computer just before election. So they accuse him like he's the guilty one because of the Hillary not having that election winning thing because of this affair. I mean, like, yes, that guy is guilty for your BS. So anyway, I'm thinking of that guy. I cannot remember his family name. Sorry, and that assistant of Hillary that is by origin from some another countries from Asia or something originally. So do check up in my readings justice will be served and stop war where you can just hashtag this family of the couples with CLINTONS and you can find there. Yes, just remember there was a cover page. I remember what did they put on the cover page, that they're both in red like the evil devilish energy, Hillary and her assistant, that lady. Yes, the reading was about that lady. Reaction of her husband being in the prison and will she divorce him even if he's in prison. That was the reading about. And I thought for a second that this is a Giuliani, but no, this guy is very old. Grandpapa Rudy, I mean, he was making a babies at this age and he's not paying the alimony. He should pay the alimony. So guys, so much from me and Frida. Don't forget to hit the like, share with the community, spread this news. It's very important when there is a blockage reminder to spread the news, the information I was talking long about the news as well. I was reading the Tar, plus I was talking about the real news about the global war. So keep on tuning and share, spread the news, guys, and subscribe and put alarm bell so you can join daily few times the live stream and send the question as well. Have an answer on total sale, the private uh, low carrier question. They can be answered with total sale only in the live stream or private reading full price. Check out the PayPal link and super chatting during the live stream. Pre-order question and join the live stream. See you next time. Lot of giveaways, daily giveaways, and free cards for everybody. Kisses from me and Frida. Frida is impatient going out. And happy new year to Jewish community. Yes, we are visiting today. It's a little theater, a little Jewish theater that we have sometimes some volunteering there, and they said that we're invited to their party. They have a New Year, so we are going to say to everybody that they are Jewish. I mean, again, guys, around the planet, whatever is religion, stay in peace and love. But Happy New Year, kisses to all. And good to dress today white, brown, and red. That's why I have brown and red and a little bit of white in my dress. Yes, kisses to all.